What if I told you that the shortest, lightest MVP in NBA history single-handedly carried the worst offensive team ever to the NBA Finals? What if I told you he did it while battling through 9 different injuries,
and Iverson is up and off the floor,
feuding with his coach, and almost getting traded?
There was a deal on the table that would have sent Iverson to Detroit.
This is the story of Allen Iverson's 2001 season, a year where a 6-foot, 170-pound guard proved that heart, determination, and pure skill could overcome any obstacle. By the end of this video, you'll understand why that iconic step-over moment against the Lakers wasn't just a highlight. It was the culmination of basketball's greatest underdog story. But first, let's go back to where it all began. The Philadelphia 76ers were a disaster. After trading Charles Barkley in 1992, they became one of the NBA's laughingstocks, winning just 18 games in 1996. But that terrible season came with a silver lining: the number 1 draft pick.
The first pick in the 1996 NBA draft goes to the Philadelphia 76ers.
The 1996 draft class was legendary, producing 10 All-Stars and 5 Hall of Famers. But Philadelphia's choice was obvious: Allen Iverson, despite concerns about his size and character. At 155 pounds as a rookie, Iverson was the smallest player ever selected first overall. From his very first game, though, it was clear the Sixers had found something special. Iverson scored 30 points in his NBA debut, the 6th highest scoring game ever for a rookie. He broke Wilt Chamberlain's record by scoring 40-plus points in 5 straight games, including a 50-point explosion against Cleveland's second-ranked defense. But the most memorable moment, going head-to-head with his idol, Michael Jordan.
Iverson has Jordan. The crowd is into it. Allen take break.
Iverson dropped 37 points on 15 of 23 shooting, completely outshining MJ's 24 points on 9 of 24 shooting. The torch was being passed, and everyone could see it.
I feel great in introducing to you the head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, Larry Brown. Yeah!
Entered Larry Brown, a disciplinarian coach who believed in structure, punctuality, and team basketball.
You're letting him throw it right in the block.
He was everything Allen Iverson wasn't. Brown showed up 20 minutes early to everything. Iverson was perpetually late. Brown preached ball movement. Iverson was a natural scorer who trusted his own shot. It was a match made in hell. The tension exploded during the 1999-2000 season. Iverson missed half the team's practice sessions. When he did show up, he was late.
I didn't come to practice because I was out all night. You know, I hang out all night, all the time.
Brown publicly criticized his star player, even suspending him for a game.
Today, Allen Iverson suspended by Sixers coach Larry Brown for tonight's game. A series of events, Jack, culminated by Iverson's absence.
Hey, I'm the coach, all right? I have the right to play a guy or not play a guy.
Iverson fired back, accusing his coach of disrespecting him in the media.
It's easy to sum it up when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice.
He had to realize that there were consequences to not practicing the way Larry Brown, the head coach, wanted it.
The relationship deteriorated so badly that Brown gave the front office an ultimatum: trade Iverson or find a new coach.
More than anything else in the world, I want a ring. I want a parade for the fans of Philadelphia. That's what I'm here for. That's the only reason. And if Coach Brown believes that trading Allen Iverson will take us to the promised land, so be it.
More NBA. In Philadelphia, Coach Larry Brown and guard Allen Iverson have been going at it again. Iverson was miffed that he was benched Saturday night for the final 20 minutes of an eventual loss to Detroit. He suggested he might want to trade.
The Sixers shocked everyone by choosing Brown, actively shopping their superstar around the league.
I remember saying, Bubba, you're going to get traded.
A complex 4-team, 10-player trade was arranged that would have sent Iverson to Detroit.
There was a deal on the table that would have sent Iverson to Detroit along with Matt Geiger, but Matt Geiger would have to waive his trade exception in order to make sure that happens, and he refused to do so.
It was 4 teams or 5 teams and 18 or 23 different players were involved.
The deal was done, contracts were ready, until Matt Geiger refused to waive his trade kicker, killing the entire transaction at the last moment. That near trade was Iverson's wake-up call. For the first time, he realized he wasn't untouchable. The organization was willing to move on from him, and his behavior was giving them every reason to do it.
It's embarrassing to hear that an organization think about trading their franchise player because he's tardy to practice.
You know, somebody that plays every game like it's my last.
I promised myself that I would never give anyone the ammo to use against me, Iverson later reflected. I looked back at the practices I missed. It was ridiculous. Before training camp, Iverson sat down with Larry Brown and made a promise. I'm going to change. I'm ready to be a leader. I want to be a captain. I'm going to be on time. I want to have the kind of relationship with you that Magic Johnson had with Pat Riley and Michael Jordan had with Phil Jackson. Brown was skeptical, but hopeful.
I think most people realize my relationship with Coach Smith and the University of North Carolina.
I have decided to continue my efforts and fulfill my dream of helping to bring a championship to Philadelphia. Yes!
When training camp opened, Iverson proved he meant business. He didn't miss a single session. Not one practice, not one weightlifting session. He reported at 155 pounds with a goal to reach 170 by opening night. When that first game arrived, he weighed 172 pounds and was deadlier than ever. The transformation was immediate and obvious. The Sixers started 10-0. Iverson was moving the ball out of double teams, engaging during timeouts, and even hugging his coach after games. The change culminated at the All-Star game, where Iverson's fourth quarter explosion led the East to victory.
The East comes from 21 down.
I think we now have the MVP candidate of today's game.
When he won MVP honors, his first words were,
"Where's my coach? Where's my coach? Coach Brown. Is he around?" This is a tribute to Coach Brown, my teammate, my family, my friends. I'm out here playing with the greatest players in the world.
The Sixers weren't just winning, they were dominating. They acquired Dikembe Mutombo at the trade deadline.
You know, we're just hoping to position ourselves in the playoffs and give ourselves a chance to compete and win a championship. And we figure with Dikembe, we would have that opportunity.
At 41-14, the Sixers have the best record in basketball, and they lead the Atlantic Division by 9 games. So if it ain't broke, why fix it? The Sixers trade away all-star center Theo Ratliff, who is out with a broken wrist, to the Hawks for Dikembe Mutombo and forward Rashawn McCloud.
Pairing the Defensive Player of the Year with their explosive MVP candidate, Philadelphia secured the #1 seed in the East for the first time since their 1983 championship season. When the playoffs arrived, Iverson was officially named League MVP, averaging 31 points, 4.5 assists, and 2.5 steals. The team also boasted the Defensive Player of the Year in Mutombo and 6th Man of the Year in Aaron McKee. Everything was clicking. The playoff run was pure drama.
Rose raises up, shot in the air at the 3. It's off to the right, and the Sixers have put the Indiana Pacers to bed, baby! They win this series 3-1.
After dispatching the Pacers in round 1, they faced Vince Carter's explosive Toronto Raptors in what became one of the most exciting series in NBA history. Both superstars went nuclear. Iverson scored 54 in Game 2. Carter answered with 50 in Game 3. In Game 5, Iverson exploded for 52 points, 7 assists, and 4 steals to push Philadelphia ahead 3-2.
The bat, we want to hook up with Allen Iverson on a night when the Philadelphia 76ers planted one on the Raptors, 121-88 to take a 3-2 lead in that series.
How's Larry and you been? Obviously, y'all got along well, but how's he helped you as a player and mature as a man this year?
I just respect him so much as a coach, but now I respect him more as a person because of our relationship. We used to arm wrestle a lot. Now, we talk with each other if we have a problem, and now, it's great.
Game 7 came down to Carter's final second miss.
Curry has it. Carter trying to get free. Carter at the buzzer. No good. And the Sixers hold on and advance to the conference finals.
After he attended his college graduation ceremony earlier that day. The exhausted Carter couldn't find his shot when it mattered most, and the Sixers advanced. The conference finals against Milwaukee's Big Three of Ray Allen, Sam Cassell, and Glenn Robinson nearly ended their dream. Iverson injured his hip in Game 2 and was ruled out of Game 3. But showing the toughness that defined his career, he played through excruciating pain, shooting poorly, but doing everything else to will his team forward.
Iverson, brilliant in Game 7.
In the decisive Game 7, he scored 44 points and dished 7 assists to send Philadelphia to their first finals in 18 years.
The 76ers are the Eastern Conference champions, and they're going to Tinseltown. The Sixers beat the Bucks.
The 2001 NBA Finals presented the worst possible matchup. The undefeated Los Angeles Lakers with prime Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. LA hadn't lost a single playoff game and looked unstoppable. But Allen Iverson had other plans. In Game 1, he torched the Lakers for 30 first-half points. When Phil Jackson inserted Tyronn Lue, the only Laker fast enough to stay with Iverson, AI was held to just 3 points in the final stretch of regulation. The game went to overtime, where Iverson found his rhythm again, scoring 7 of Philadelphia's 13 points. Then came the moment. With 47 seconds left, Iverson hit a deadly crossover on Lue, knocked down the jumper, and stepped over the fallen defender.
Iverson against Tyronn Lue. Baseline right, he backs up, he fires 2 balls. Got it again! He's way too good!
That step over became one of the most iconic images in NBA history.
He steps around Lue and drilled it! 7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
A 6-foot, 170-pound guard standing over a Lakers defender, having just scored 48 points to hand the unbeatable Lakers their first playoff loss.
You can take your sweep and sweep it away as the Sixers shock the world with a Game 1 victory here over the world champion Los Angeles Lakers.
Everybody already counted us out, and we're not going to act like we won it all right now because we still have some more business ahead of us.
It was basketball immortality captured in a single frame. The Lakers won the next 4 games and claimed the championship.
Time has run out on the 76ers.
But Iverson had already achieved something greater. He had carried the worst offensive team to ever reach the NBA Finals, a squad that averaged just 94.7 points per game, with Iverson accounting for 31.4 of them. No other Sixer averaged more than 12 points that season. Yes, Iverson was a ball hog on this team, but he absolutely had to be. He was playing through 9 different injuries, surrounded by role players on a defensively minded roster. He was the lone scorer who had to shoot until the wheels fell off, and they nearly did. Critics point out that Iverson won only 1 playoff series after 2001, that his efficiency wasn't great by today's standards, that he didn't like practice. But, as he said in that infamous press conference, maybe he didn't show up for practice, but come game time, this skinny little dude was willing to die on that court. And that's why, more than 2 decades later, Allen Iverson remains one of the most beloved players in NBA history. He proved that size doesn't matter, that heart can overcome talent, and that sometimes one man really can carry an entire team to greatness. If you enjoyed learning about AI's incredible 2001 season, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into NBA history's greatest moments. What other legendary playoff runs should we break down next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest basketball breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.